Why is it every time I come out in the truck and make a video, it starts raining? Anyway, sorry for the noise, but that's what happens. I'm going to prove to you, this is simple things like this is why I could not be elected governor. Watched the president's speech last night at the school, and he would have to turn it political. We're going to do something about this. Come here, get away from the camera. Anyway, what are they going to do? It's going to be something that destroys the Constitution. It'll be something unconstitutional. Now here's why I couldn't be governor. I would use the Constitution. I would use what our founding fathers gave us in order to fix the problem. How many retired disabled vets are out there? How many? In Tennessee especially, we have a state guard, totally voluntary. It's kind of like the ham radio storm watchers, which I'm part of. You know, we sit around and look for tornadoes and call them in on the radio. So why not have a bunch of vets like me? We can sit around, read our books in the pickup truck. Now you're wondering, how in the world is me sitting around in this pickup truck gonna stop Ninja Boy, Ninja Nutjob, from going into the school and shooting up the place? Please allow me to demonstrate. Yep, I am sitting right here in front of an elementary school. Right in front of an elementary school. Let me focus this back up. Now, let's say the vet that was sitting here saw Ninja Nut Boy get out of his car, start putting on all his what do you call it, bulletproof vest and all that stuff. Now we're not costing the state a penny because this is totally voluntary. We're not raising any taxes for the school. Well, let's say the vet wasn't like me and he could just reach behind the pickup, reach behind his seat and pull out his own M1A. Nice scope on it, you know. Of course, you know, you would have to let Ninja Nut Boy do the first shot, otherwise they could always say, oh, he was just there pretending. So as soon as Ninja Nut Boy starts shooting, you take his ass out. How simple a solution is that? We have just used the voluntary retired veteran, probably looking for something to do anyway. We have used the Second Amendment. We have protected our schools. Let me check the radar. I hear hail. There might be a tornado warning. Usually when there's hail, there's tornado. No tornadoes. But we do have, now most of the heavier stuff is going to my south. Got some heavy thunderstorm stuff. Anyway, like I say, why would I take away your Second Amendment rights? Why wouldn't I use them to protect our schools? For free, no tax money. There are a bunch of retired combat vets that'll sit out there, and all you gotta do is sit out here and read your book during the day. You know, maybe tell your local police department that it's you, you know, so when the cop drives by, they see a pickup truck sitting across from the school with an old fart sitting there reading a book, not to go crazy about it. See, that's why I'll never get elected to any public office, because I think of using our constitutional rights, not destroying them. Let me tell you how unconstitutional what they're fixing to do is. If they ban assault weapons, which is fully automatic, and which are already banned and super expensive, which they should not be. I should be allowed to have one, because I've been to a bunch of doctors that say I'm not crazy. All right. Anyway, let's say they do it. Here's their solution. Well, we're going to get these military weapons off the streets. Every police station that has bought that military weapon for your police officers, you're going to have to destroy all your SWAT team weapons. Because as a police department, you are a civilian. You are not military. And our military will have to store all of their stuff overseas. Can't have it in this country. The only way you're going to make a gun ban work is if you get all the governments, you get the government, you get the, all of them to disarm. And that'll be the day it'll be okay to take away our guns. When you get rid of all the governments in the world's guns. That means no more attack airplanes, no more aircraft carriers, no nuclear submarines, no Apache helicopters. All that stuff is gone. See, here in America, technically, me and you are supposed to be the soldiers. We got a bunch of cowards out there right now that they don't want that. They want to be protected by somebody in black, or all dressed in black. We need, they think that we need the Imperial Guard from Star Wars protecting us. They don't want to take any responsibility for their own defense. So there you go. How's that one, YouTube? If you don't think that you should volunteer to help defend your community, don't vote for me as governor. Okay, I had to move in where it was a little quieter. Get my uniform back on here. As you can see, I'll never get elected. You know what? Did you know the same day that those 18 children got killed, that in another school, 22 children were stabbed in an elementary school? Did you know that? The exact same day that nut job went into our school and shot up their school, in another school, a full-grown man went in and stabbed 22 children. That didn't make the news. Oh, wait a minute. That was in China. Everybody says, you Americans, it's your gun's fault. Doesn't matter. It's not the gun. You know what? If anything they said was true, anything at all, go to the Center for Disease Control. They keep statistics on what kills our children. It's not the guns. Believe me, the guns are way down the list. Let me read this. In the United States during 2009, children ages 14 and younger died as occupants in motor vehicle crashes and, let's see. Oh, no, wait a minute. 1,314 children, ages 14 and younger, died as occupants in motor vehicle crashes, and approximately 179,000 were injured. Over 100,000. Over 1,000 dead. Over 100,000 injured. In 1 year. 1 year. Mr. President, why don't you go talk to those people? Why haven't you slammed down bringing back the 55-mile-an-hour speed limit? Why not? Because it's not popular. Because people don't see their cars as weapons. How about out in California? In 2004, let me read this. This is from the center. This is from the government. Fatal drownings remains the second cause of unintentional injury related deaths to children ages 1 through 14. Drowning in your pool! That is the second leading cause of death in children. Mr. President, what are you going to do about that? You're talking about guns. The guns are way down the list. There's the Second Amendment protecting that one. There's no Second Amendment. There's no amendment saying you have to have a swimming pool. There is no constitutional amendment telling you have to have a swimming pool. There is no constitutional amendment protecting your right to drive over 55 miles an hour. But there's a constitutional right for you to keep and bear arms. Why are you attacking the things that are our right and not the things that aren't protected? See, the Founding Fathers, they knew people like you would constantly eat at us. You see yourself up there on your little thing and you think as the people as your servants. When did the government become our Lord? People say, I've had people say this to me. Well, why do you want to be governor then, so you can sit up there and do the same thing? Unfortunately, if I get up there, I'm going to be doing a lot of vetoing. That'll be my main cause. The job of the governor is to protect the Constitution, to protect your rights. So when they get up there and say, well, we need to do this for the safety of this, I'm going to look at it and say, well, how many people's rights are you trampling on to protect them? Maybe there's another solution. Maybe the people should take matters into their own hands. This is not a government solution. Saving the children in the schools is not the government solution. Parents, first off, how much do you have to re-educate your children when they come home? You've got teachers teaching your children ungodly stuff. I rest my case. My chances of being elected are slim to none, folks. Slim to none. But maybe I'll get enough votes to show that there is a few people out there that watches. Maybe there's a few people out there that would like to restore their country. Maybe there's a few people out there that want the Constitution restored. Maybe there's a few people out there that want to take care of themselves. I don't know. I'm probably all alone.